Howdy bubs and welcome back. Today in GameMaker we're going to have a short video on how to add sound effects to our game. So as you can already hear, I've added in very simple shooting sound effects, a power-up pickup sound effect whenever the enemy is defeated, and whenever the player is defeated as well. All you need to do, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a sound effect as well as the code necessary to get it to trigger. So you just right click on sound, create sound, and this will be snd_coin. This will be the sound that is triggered whenever the coin is picked up. So select this button, and then now you simply select the sound that we're looking for, pick up coin. There we go. You can see what it sounds like. Wonderful. Now in our code, I'm going to go over to my coin object, and so whenever we collide with the player, it adds all of this, but I'm also going to add this one line of code here and specify which sound I'm going to play, and I'm going to do sound coin. So I'm going to play the sound in question is coin. The priority, this is if you're stacking multiple sounds. We're not doing anything complicated, so I just leave it at 0. And then do I loop this? I'm not going to loop this coin pickup sound, so I set this to false. Semicolon, we're good to go. Now whenever I pick up a coin, it'll play this little sound here. There we go. I've also created a song that I'm going to show how to implement. So in my game manager, I'm just going to have the song repeat in the background perpetually. I'm going to go to add and then other, game start. And so this will simply play the music for the game. Play music. Now I'm just going to have this one song on loop. You can have other songs you can cycle through. That's up to you. I'm keeping it very simple. So this loops in the background. Here I'm just going to go quickly and show all of the other sound effects that we have added into the game. Over in the draw GUI, I did add a sound effect for the player death. This was triggered whenever we first check to pause the game, which is triggered at the game over or pause. Right now it will play for both of them, so I need to do one extra check for if game over to also play the player sound. We don't want it to accidentally play this whenever we pause the game. Over in our enemy, whenever inside our destroy event, after we do all of this, I also play the sound for defeating the enemy. Over in our projectile, whenever it is created, I have the sound effect triggered. And then over in our boost speed, whenever it collides with the player, it also plays a sound effect. Sound effects are pretty simple. Now if you want to create a fancy player and cycle through multiple songs, it gets a bit more complicated. But for our purposes with this game, I'm just going to have one song playing in the background and the handful of sound effects that I've demonstrated. If you have more questions on how to create sound effects, talk to me in class. I can give you some resources. Otherwise, that's all I have for y'all today. If you need any assistance, just let me know in class. Otherwise, have a good one. I just wanted to say thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Shout out to my bad bubs, my top 5, my day ones. Y'all have always been there for me. Next up, my baby bubs, the next 5. I always love y'all's support. And finally, for everyone else, any little bit helps. Thank you to all my basic bubs for supporting me along my journey. If you want to continue receiving notifications, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell button.